What's up, guys? Boxing with B.
And well, without the paycheck.
All right, so if you tuned into yesterday's fight, it was Canelo versus Yildirim. Yes, before you go on your whole rant, I know you were right. Let's just go with that. You were right.
Yep.
Yildirim
Who?
should not have been in that ring with Canelo.
I don't know how the WBC made this kid.
But like we said, it's not Canelo. It's not the whole cherry picking experience, right? Because it would be the mandatory. Technically, he was the mandatory. How? I don't know. But it is what it is. He was the mandatory. He went in there. He looked not very well. You know, at first I was kind of let's see where this turns out, because he had Joel Diaz in his corner. Joel Diaz is always an exceptional trainer to have. You know, I love hearing his commentary. So let me call out DAZN again. I always do this, but please stop playing commercials in the middle. I'm paying you monthly, okay, to watch these fights. Why do you have to give me a commercial in the middle? And the same one every time. Like, I almost have it memorized. All right, so just getting that out. I wanted to hear Joel talk. I wanted to hear what he was saying, because he's always exciting to see it. For example, if you were to go in there and give a bad round and you keep your hands down, he'd be like, "What the beep are you doing in there? Wake up, wake up!" You know, crazy. Yep. So I wanted to hear it. I didn't get to hear it, but it is what it is. He went back in there. It only took 3 rounds.
Well, to me, Canelo
dropped him.
Glorified sparring
partner.
That's all it was.
Yeah, it is what I keep saying that.
It put him, it put this kid from Turkey that I've never seen a boxing from Turkey. I've seen Russia, but me personally, he put Turkey on the map for boxing.
Yeah.
You know, and his countrymen loved him. Mm-hmm. He had love from his country. Yeah. So I'll give him that much.
So just pointing out a few things on the performance, you know, Yildirim came in with his guard up.
Did he even throw a punch?
Yes, he did. I was waiting for Yildirim to actually throw some combinations, but that didn't happen. Canelo found a way to break that guard too.
Yeah, but I told you after this second round, it's going to be over in the third round.
Yeah, Canelo looked way comfortable in there. Like, he had nothing to fear from his opponent.
No.
Not even like, oh, you know what? He's a little bit bigger. Maybe I should be careful and watch my shots. No, he could pick him apart left and right.
Yeah.
Good stoppage. Let's go to there. Good stoppage.
But you know what? The fight started like he thinks he was Prince Nassim Hamed from my days, where he has to have a show to come into the ring. What the hell was that all about?
For Canelo?
Yeah. It was supposed to be a boxing match.
I think that's more DAZN. That's more of their style. I gotta say, I was kind of like, all right, finish up.
I want to see a fight. I want to see a fight. It's like, come on.
It is. I mean, I would have rather seen, like, I would prefer, how about you bring Vicente Fernandez out and then I can watch that ring walk.
Well, you never know. Maybe Vicente doesn't like Canelo because he doesn't choose the right fighters. You never know.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
Okay, so undercard. Let's mention undercard really quick. First off, good stoppage. We forgot to finish that one up.
Yeah.
No, I guess that was it, huh?
Yeah.
Good stop. Okay.
Yeah, good stop. That's
Saved
all it was.
Saved his fighter. You knew what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
All right. So, undercard. Julio Cesar Martinez, I had told you guys, tune in. Make sure you watch that. Make sure you watch that undercard. It could steal the show. Unfortunately, I guess there was something that happened with him.
Broke his hand, supposedly.
Yeah, he had a broken hand. Even though we saw him at the weigh-ins, I guess he re-injured it right before, you know?
And they
I don't know. Whatever it was, it's unfortunate. I mean, I think that would have been a great fight to see him fight against Mick Williams Arroyo. That would have been, I don't know. I think it would have been a huge fight, especially from what we saw from Arroyo in this fight.
Yeah.
He fought this kid, for his first name, Rodriguez. He literally flew in from Mexico. He got there from Mexico.
The day before that night, they had to weigh him.
Literally.
You know, so.
Which is crazy. But that's what I love about boxing too, because you could be at the end, right? And they call you and they're like, hey, I know that you didn't know that you were going to be fighting for a title or possibly or even fighting for a paycheck. But hey, you want to fight tomorrow because the other guy couldn't come in. He couldn't fight for whatever reason. So he went in. I mean, he just looked like raw talent.
Yeah.
Talent.
It didn't look like he was in shape for this fight. He didn't know nothing. You know, he went in there just to do what he does. And it was...
He was from Tijuana.
He was an ass whoop.
Huh?
They ass whooped him. You know, he didn't know. He was just getting slapped. He was getting hit hard. Body punches, everything. And I don't know. This kid gave it a little bit of a shot, but no.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, what we saw from Arroyo, the calmness, the patience, the precise, punching, I would have loved to see that against Julio Cesar Martinez, because Julio Cesar Martinez, I just love watching him fight because, I think he's like 5'2". typically the other guys are a little bit taller than him, so you think maybe they'll have some reach advantage. But the way that he fights, he just finds a way to break you down. So unfortunate, but
didn't happen. But
hopefully that fight can happen soon. I would love to see that fight.
Yeah, because I don't, the guy that won that belt, he's lost twice for basically the linear belts. He's up. He's gonna get a shot at the champions. The champions, that'd be a good fight. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
The undercard, you liked it. To me, it was just a sparring match again, too.
Even Zhang versus Forrest. Forrest went down, I think, twice or something?
Yeah. No, 3 times, I think.
Oh, yeah. And then you have Zhang, who's huge.
Huge Chinese kid.
Huge guy. And then
he punched himself out, I think.
Yeah.
He punched himself out.
That's with the heavyweights. Sometimes when I watch the heavyweights, I'm like, oh, I get tired. I get tired because I see them and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Because sometimes we get used to Joshua versus Wilder where they were just going out. They were really, going at it.
Yeah. And you know what? My thoughts were like, if Andy Ruiz was to go in there against them, like he would have beat them. So that's the funny part. It's like how different fighters are, because you see these guys and they look huge, and you know what? And you see Andy Ruiz. I know now he's gotten skinnier, but when we first saw Andy Ruiz, he was, bigger. He goes in, you don't even give him credit because you're like, he has no muscle. He has
Joshua's going to kill him.
He goes in there and he has like a butterbean style. So if he was to go in, he would have beat both of them. I don't care if the other guy's 7'2".
Yeah, he would have got them both, I think.
So that's what I thought. And then it was funny to me to hear Forrest walk back, look at the cameras and say, I want Joshua. Bring me Joshua. I'm like, bro, you do not want Joshua. I even tweeted this. I'm like, go home, review the tape, and then hit the gym. Don't be calling out Joshua. I get it. It's a paycheck. Get your name out there. But trust me,
Joshua
you don't want to go in there. Joshua will not look like Zhang did. Zhang. I'm sorry. I forgot how to pronounce it right. But he won't look like him in that. It wasn't even 12 rounds, actually. It was 10.
Yeah, it was 10.
If it was to go 12, I don't know if these guys would make it.
They would have both collapsed, I think. They were out of breath.
Hey, bro, you want to just call it a draw? Yeah, I'm down.
Yep. So, but we're all just waiting for Wilder. I mean, not even Wilder. Fury and Joshua. Which I think Fury is going to be the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
We'll see.
Lights out.